Hey, konnichiwa, minasan. It's Gray from Wakazashi's Tea House over in Japan. How are you doing today? Are you good? Are you genki? Are you doing your shiko for sumo? Your sumo training? Okay, sorry about that. Today I'm reviewing Batman and Robin, issue 1. I know I'm a couple of days late, but I wanted to get the Daredevil issue 1 review out yesterday. So tonight I settled down and I wanted to get my thoughts on Batman and Robin because it's been getting a lot of praise, mostly very high praise, but maybe I've got a slightly hot take about this. But anyway, let me give you the credits. This is written by Joshua Williamson. It's got interesting, shall we say, art by Simone Di Meo, and he also colours it as well, which I'm going to talk about in the story summary. Priced at $4.99. I think that's going to be the regular price for the rest of the series. I'm not quite sure about that, but yeah, it seems to be with a new issue comes out, a new series, it's going to stay at $4.99 now. So, is it any good? Is it worth buying? Well, as I've already said, there are people on Comic Book Roundup and League of Comic Book Geeks like raving about this, saying it's wonderful, it's fantastic, and there is a lot to like in this. But for me, for my opinion, being honest, I found the art pretty hard to figure out what was going on all the time, especially with the action scenes. It's a very kind of, what's the word, almost computer graphic style to it. Not even anime, a mix of anime and computer graphics. At times it looks like it's screenshots from an animated movie. And I saw this before in the Future State Harley Quinn. If you remember that, Future State Harley Quinn issue. Yeah, some people love it. Just for me, it's not quite working. I think it's a combination of the art style and the colours, which gets a bit confusing. But other pages there do look very good. So yeah, hey, you know, it's a personal thing. The writing, again, it's good, it's decent, it's nice. We've got a very nice, happy-seeming Bruce Wayne for a change, which is really refreshing, isn't it? Very refreshing. The one criticism I've got for the voices is Damian Wayne. Now, I grew up I was already old. I've been reading the Grant Morrison when he introduced Damian Wayne on that run of Batman, then the Batman and Robin series when it was Dick Grayson as Batman and Damian Wayne. So I've got used to the kind of, cocky, a little bit snarky, bit of a pain in the arse style Damian Wayne. In here, he's got that kind of, a little bit of that cockiness, but at times he sounds like a computer who's like reading out an encyclopedia. But hey, again, maybe it's just me. Positives are that it's good to see them together, Batman and Robin, Damian Wayne, Bruce Wayne, trying to build a relationship. And it seems to be a lot of this is coming from Bruce, which is, it's good to see. It's nice to get a change from the, woe is me, I'm really angry and I hate everything Batman. So yeah, for a rating for this issue, I've been thinking about it and I'll tell you what happened. I read it through twice and second time, I think I enjoyed it more. So I've raised my score. I was initially a 7 out of 10, but I'm going to give it a 7.5. But yeah, the art, not really my cup of tea. But I'm sure a lot of people will really like it. So anyway, do check it out if you're interested. It's a new number 1, a new series, and it's good to see Damian Wayne with Batman for me. I know a lot of people out there don't like him, but I've always liked him. I can't help it. Okay, so anyway, I'll give a story summary. I'm going to show maybe the first half of the issue. Won't spoil the ending. So please keep watching. Here we go. We open with lightning crackooming outside of Gotham Zoo. Then we go inside, we see somebody working at a table. Close up on a bat, and I guess it's meant to be a robin, looks more like a dove or a pigeon, being experimented on. Then we get this double page spread which appears to show Batman and Robin. I guess they're flying through the sky somehow, but it's not clear at all. And this is a problem I have with the art throughout this issue. At times it's very cluttered, you're not really sure what's going on. But anyway, we're told that is it White Rabbit? She's hitched a ride in a Zeppelin full of, I guess, rich passengers. And she's telling them that no one's going to save you. No one's coming. Batman and Robin come smashing through the window of the Zeppelin. Instead of looking shocked and surprised, White Rabbit's like kind of half smiling in a cute anime style. Robin's talking about having bragging rights to whoever takes down the most of White Rabbit's goons. This is a serious situation, Robin. Focus on the safety of the hostages, then we keep score. White Rabbit's complaining about somebody in tights always spoiling the fun. Then she gets grabbed from behind. We're not sure who it is, but they say, "Too bad you're late for a very important date in Blackgate. It's Batman, look at him, he's going for it, he's trying to rhyme. Robin counters with, you really shouldn't rhyme in a serious situation, Batman. And then he brags about saving the hostages, gaining control of the Zeppelin, and that means I win. Fist bump. So far it's kind of fun, it's light, it's breezy, there's nice banter between them. I don't know, it doesn't quite feel like Batman and Robin. I'm not sure about the voices yet. And also with the colouring, what do you think? The colours don't help it, do they? It all kind of looks very similar colours. This page is clearer, you can see what's going on, but especially with the action pages, I get a bit lost. Then we switch scenes and it's back to Bruce Wayne's brownstone, because don't forget, he's lost the mansion now. And I'm not sure who this is, but there's somebody at the doorstep saying, Bruce, the gang and I know the bouncer working the door at the Iceberg Lounge if you want to join us. Bruce replies with, I'd love to, but my son is moving in with me this weekend. The woman offers to babysit for him and then Robin sighs. What are you doing, Robin? I wouldn't be sighing. I'd be like, yes, please. Then we see Bruce and Damian walking in and checking out the place, the apartment. I was going to skip this page, but there's actually a reference to what's going on in the current Batman comic with the whole gang war and Selina and all that. He says here, because of everything going on with Selina, it's just us for a bit. He shows Robin to his room, nice katana hanging on the wall there. And then talk about putting it mildly or lightly, Bruce is saying, Damian, listen, you've always had an unusual life. Unusual? Wow. Anyway, he continues, the last few years have been a lot for a young man to deal with. So again, this is a whole new side to Bruce that I've not seen for a while. Then on the next page, we get a glimpse of what's been going on. Well, some of the things that have happened to Robin, to Damian over the last couple of years. Not very clear who's who and what's going on, but anyway. Then we get a bit of an emotional scene from Bruce while he's trying to be emotional. He's telling Damian he just wants him to know that, he's very happy. Damian chose to live with Bruce, but Damian cuts him off. Father, if you wish to get the adequate amount of rest for a maximum amount of crime fighting, it would be best if you went to bed now. Good night. Now I know, again, I'm kind of complaining a little bit, but when did Damian start talking like a dictionary? Does anyone know? Then this is interesting. We get a look into Damian's notebook. He's writing some kind of story, it seems. Damian Wayne and the murder of Crow's mystery. The Prince of Crows was missing. What's weird though is look at that. He's spelt mystery with an I, M-I-S instead of M-Y-S. Come on, this is Damian who you just had talking like a computer or a dictionary. He's not going to make that kind of mistake. Unless it was deliberate, but why? Why would it be? Okay, just let me skip a couple of pages and we get this really nice scene where Damian's preparing breakfast for his father and he's talking about how Alfred used to say, it's the most important meal of the day, Master Damian. What has he prepared? A protein scramble with fresh ingredients. And then we see Bruce in the background about to make a cup of tea when Damian grabs the tea bags from him. Are you an animal? This is not how a gentleman prepares tea. I can't tell if it's Damian speaking or Damian like mimicking Alfred, but it's a nice scene this, and as somebody who's a big fan of good tea, this is how you make it. The water has to be absolutely boiling crazy hot. Then you pour it onto the tea bags into the pot and let it stand for as long as you like to make it as strong as you like. And then there's a good line here from Damian. You sipped it without checking for poison. Then Bruce sits down to tell him some very big news. Starting tomorrow, he's going to have to go to high school. Oh no! That's right, Bruce has enrolled him into Gotham Heights. Then on the next page we get a lot of dialogue here, as you can see. Basically, it's Damian talking about not having time for a public education, how he's been working on this case. He's looking into who was kidnapped. He believes the real target was this man, Dr. Kafira. The doc has been working on technology related to DNA sequencing. And Damian actually gets a compliment from his father. Excellent detective work, son. But our conversation about you going to school is not over. Then, on this next page, look here, we get a first view of Damian's own Robin car. What do you think? Yeah, I'm not sure myself either. Then let me just point out the bottom panel here where we get a view of this artist, Simone Di Meo's version of Killer Croc. Not quite sure about the face there, are you? And yeah, again, I do apologise to keep complaining, but the art is just not my thing. To be honest, the art's giving me kind of animation vibes. It's like these are screenshots or, screen stills taken from an animated movie. Or maybe cutscenes in a video game using this kind of style of animation. So anyway, I'm not going to show the whole book. I'm just going to stop the story summary here. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, check this out. Here is a preview of the next issue's cover, issue 2. And on the cover, we have a new villain introduced by Joshua Williamson with one of the most original names I've ever heard for a Batman villain. Are you ready? She is called Shush. No relation to Hush. I'm getting flashbacks to Cooler Shaker via Deep Purple. Hush. Remember Hush? Anyway. Nah. Okay, that's enough of that. So, thank you so much for watching. Do drop a comment, love to hear from you, and let me know if you're going to buy this series, if you're reading the series, what you thought about it. Could you get past the art? I'd love to hear from you. Okay, this is Gray from Wakazashi's Tea House, signing off for the night here. Shush. Matane.